Hi everyone, Mama Koku, the storyteller here. I'm so glad to be here to celebrate a little bit of Kwanzaa with all of our friends of the Children's Museum of Atlanta. Now, as you can see, I've already set up my Kwanzaa presentation, but before we tell a story, I want to let you know what all of this means. Now, maybe you've never heard of Kwanzaa, or maybe you've heard of it, but you're unsure of what it's all about. I will tell you. Kwanzaa is a holiday. It's an African-American cultural celebration. So, if you celebrate Christmas, you can celebrate Kwanzaa. I have friends who celebrate Hanukkah and they celebrate Kwanzaa. Now, let's get to what we're seeing. All of these items symbolize something. They're here to help remind us of very important things. We have our mkeka. Can you say mkeka? Our mkeka is the mat. The mat symbolizes or reminds us of African American history, Black history, African history. What's next? Can you say kanara? I hear you. Very good. The kanara is the candle holder, and that represents our African ancestors. Can you say kanara? Good. Very good. Next, we have our 7 candles. Our Mishuma Saba. You already know how to count to 7. Let's go over all of the principles of Kwanzaa, because that's what the 7 candles symbolize. The 7 principles, a principle for each day. First, we have umoja, for unity. We have kujichagulia, self-determination. Ujima, collective work and responsibility. Then we have Ujamaa, cooperative economics. Next, we have Nia, that means purpose. And then Kuumba, that's creativity. And last, we have Imani, and that symbolizes faith. Did you say them all? Let's do it again. Repeat each one. Ready? Say umoja, unity, coming together. Again, here we go. Kujichagulia, self-determination. Did you say it? Good. Did you say ujima, collective work and responsibility? How about ujamaa, cooperative economics? Very good. Did you say nia, purpose? How about kuumba, creativity? Excellent. And then imani, that means faith. Wow. So, our Mishuma Saba. Next, we have our Muhindi. Muhindi is the corn. We put this down for each child in the household. 1 piece of Muhindi for each child. And if you don't have any children in your household, then you just put out 1 Muhindi to represent how we parent our community, how we parent the children in our community. Next, we have our Mazato. Mazato is the harvest, the fruits that come forth after you've worked hard all year. If you've come together and done great things, you should have something to show for it. We have our kikombe cha umoja. Can you say kikombe cha umoja? That's the unity cup. That's used to pour libation, and everyone takes a sip from it in our small families to represent unity. Let's see. Our zawadi. The zawadi, that represents the gifts, usually given to the children. And they should be educational, inspirational, something to affirm who they are, or something to teach them. My zawadi this year are cards. African American women, because I have a daughter. Next, we have our bandera. This is the flag of liberation. The colors are red, black, and green. Yes, black for the people, red for the struggle, and green for all the good that will happen. Also, green for the motherland, Africa. Yes, and I think that's all. That was fast. My goodness, it's time for our story. This story is about Anandi the Spider. I've told this story before. It's a great Kwanzaa story because it incorporates or teaches us a lot about the different principles. All of the principles are taught in this story. So, Anandi the Spider had 6 children. The first was See Trouble, who could see trouble a long way off. The next was Road Builder, who could build roads. Next child was River Drinker. That child could drink large amounts of water. The next child was Game Skinner, who could split things open. Coming up next was Stone Thrower, who could throw stones high into the sky. Next child was Cushion, who was very soft. They were all good children of Anandi the Spider. Now one time, Anandi went a long way from home, far away from home, and fell into water and was swallowed by a fish. Oh no, oh my, don't worry. Anandi's oldest child could see from a long way off that Anandi was in trouble. Told all the other spider children. And Road Builder built, or maybe I should say spun a spider road, a web that reached all the way to the river where Anandi had fallen in and been eaten by the fish. Well, when they got to the river, that child, River Drinker, took a big drink of the water. It was gone. Oh no, but Game Skinner jumped in and split the fish open. Oh, Anandi wasn't inside the belly of the fish anymore. This was a good thing, but up in the sky, more trouble came. It was Falcon, the bird. Falcon swooped down and took Anandi up into the sky. And that is when the child Stone Thrower threw a stone very high. It hit the bird, and the bird dropped Anandi and flew away. Anandi was falling from the sky, but before he could hit the ground, the last child, Cushion, who was very soft, was able to catch Anandi. Anandi was saved. Hooray! Those spider children had really worked together. They had pulled together to save Anandi. That night, back on their home, their spider web, Anandi went for a walk into the forest, and he saw a beautiful circle of light. He thought it would be a wonderful gift to give to the child that rescued him. But which one should he give it to? The God of all things, Gianyame, decided that he would take the circle of light and put it in the sky so that all of Anandi's children could share in the light's beauty. Because all of them had used their gifts and worked together and shared in the responsibility of saving Anandi. All of the children looked up and they saw the circle of light. Do you know what the light was? It was the moon. It was the moon. I love that story. That story comes from the motherland, Africa, from the people called the Ashanti. And the character, Anandi. He has many stories. We've told the story. Let's light our Kwanzaa candles. Umoja. Kujichagulia. Uh-oh. It's happening. There we go. Ujima. Ujima. Mia. Kuumba. Imani. And before we go, children, we have to say our Harambes. Harambe means pull together. We say it 7 times. Ready? Hand in the air. Ready? Harambe, Harambe, Harambe. That's 3. Harambe, 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 Harambe. Happy Kwanzaa, everyone. This is Mama Koku. Make sure you visit the Children's Museum of Atlanta real soon. Kwaheri. That means goodbye.